What is up, Critics? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I ever got the chance to, because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. As always, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Declasse Tornado, specifically the Mariachi variant. So this is the one that has the two guitars at the back, the sombrero, all the other little props. I think it's really cool. A very unique version of the Tornado to have. So this car is an OG vehicle. It's been in the game since day one, and this Mariachi variant cannot be purchased from any website. The only way you can get it is by finding it in free mode or getting it from a friend in the LS car meet if you're on next gen. And it will cost you $30,000 if you go that route, which is the same as what the regular one costs on the Benny's website. However, if you don't have a friend who owns one, or you're on old gen or PC, you will need to use the free mode spawn methods. And there are two main spawn points for it. The easiest one is the one close to the altruist camp. However, it must be done a very specific way. So you'll want to arrive at that location at about 1800 hours using the in-game phone time. The Mariachi Tornado will spawn on this road I'm aiming at close to this tree here at about 1902. However, while you're waiting for that time, you will need to look away from where the car is going to spawn. You cannot be looking at that area because it will not spawn. So when it finally gets to about 1902, you will turn around and the car will spawn on that road across the way with the cops going after it. You will then want to kill the driver of the car and of course go down there to get it. And this isn't something random. This is actually a reference to the movie Thelma and Louise. Rockstar is always very clever with their Easter eggs. Now the second method is a little less consistent. It requires you owning a rusty Tornado or your friend having the Mariachi variants and borrowing his car to then force the other one to spawn. This one really isn't the best method, but if you have a friend who already has one and maybe you don't want to wait for the other time, this is an alternative to it. So you want to make your way to the gas station by Fort St. Cudo between the in-game hours of 13 and 20. You then want to drive towards the gun store down the street. However, you cannot drive fast. It must be at a slower pace, around the pace of traffic roughly. Doesn't have to be exact, but right around that speed. Then once you finally make your way to that gun store location, you will see a Mariachi Tornado in the parking lot with two mariachis standing next to it, which is pretty cool. And then of course you can go ahead and steal it and save it. But obviously the first method is better, and you don't need to have another rusty Tornado around in order for it to spawn. And to mention, the Mariachi Tornado used to not be customizable. However, with the introduction of the Criminal Enterprises DLC, you can now customize it and some other vehicles as well, like the Lifeguard Granger, that previously weren't customizable. However, you must own an MLC or Avenger in order to customize these specialty vehicles. But anyways, the Tornado name was first introduced in GTA San Andreas. However, it is a bit different in GTA 5. Now in terms of performance, all the Tornado variants are in the Sports Classics class, and most of them are pretty much the slowest vehicles in that class. And if you're wondering, the Mariachi Tornado and the regular Tornado with the full upgrades are identical in terms of performance. The only difference is, of course, obviously the visuals with the guitars and all that stuff in the back. But anyways, guys, in terms of what the Tornado is based on, it's primarily based on the 1958 Chevy Bel Air from the front and the 1957 Bel Air from the back. So pretty interesting combination there. And obviously Rockstar, with their multitude of different Tornado variants, make it a very cool car for sure. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Mariachi Tornado. Alright, so the Mariachi Tornado again has to be customized in an Avenger or MLC to see all the options. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to drive out here. Then we're going to go to services and request our Avenger. Of course, you can use an Avenger. or you can use an MOC with the custom shop bay. Okay, right on the D-pad to enter. Boom. Alright, we're in. Look at that. Look at all the options here. So in a normal custom shop or CEO office, whatever, the only thing you have is this right here. Tracker and full cover. You have nothing else. Here we have all the normal customization from the traditional Tornado. So that's awesome. So we'll do armor, brakes, engine, horn. We'll skip that. Lights, I'll leave the yellow lights on it. Plate. Oh, we can put a plate on this too, I guess. Do a black background and... I don't think I have a good plate for this. I guess my Merc plate. Even though it's it's the Mariachi one, that's with the Mexican flag, but we'll make it work. So for respray, so for this one, this is the only problem with the Avenger and the MOC. To get the camera back to the front, you gotta kind of, let's go back here to armor. There we go. Looks a lot better. Okay, so for color, on this one, honestly, I want to keep it red, you know, kind of that kind of traditional look that the original Mariachi Tornado had, but I want to go for a brighter red, so we'll do a Torino red, and I do want to go with a gloss instead of the matte to give it a kind of like a patina look, to kind of, you know, preserve that, because obviously you can't get rid of the rust visual look to it. It's forced on this one. And then our secondary color is the bottom half of the car. For this one, I don't know if we should go matching red or maybe like a white. Let's see how a white looks here. It doesn't look all that great, no. I guess I kind of want to keep that black color, but maybe with a crew black gloss. I think that looks pretty good. So we'll do that. Basically just glossy, brighter variants of the original colors pretty much is what I'm doing. Continuing to Crumblum. This one does not offer a Crumblum. Okay. Suspension. Yeah, I guess we'll lower it. Transmission, turbo, it's all there. Wheels. So for this one, we'll go to the lowrider category. I'm gonna throw on some chrome wheels here, and I think, wow, these look pretty good. I think I might go with just the flare. They're just bigger versions of the stocks. They look pretty good, especially with all the chrome and everything. So I think that's what we're gonna do for this. I think those wheels look fantastic, so we'll do that. Not sure if we should go with white walls though. Yeah, I don't know about the white walls, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look that good. Doesn't look right on this one, I think. And you can put bulletproof tires like you saw. Now the window tint for this one is kind of interesting. So it tints the little corner windows there, and you can see those are pretty obvious. However, if you look by the headlight area, you can see it tints the brackets that kind of hold up the headlights. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see stock, they're pretty bright, and then when we go to limo, they're just dark for some reason. It's very strange. So it's not the headlight covers themselves, it's the actual like bracket that holds up the lights. It's really strange. I don't know why or how that happens. Maybe it's just a thing with this car. I don't know. But I guess we'll just do some light smoke there just so we can see that outside, but that's pretty cool. And that's all the options there. So traditional customization, you know, there's not really any visual stuff. It just, you know, all the internal modifications just to make it faster and wheels and such and colors, which you didn't have before. Alright, let's exit the Avenger. Alright, so it spawned us here. Yeah, it looks, oh, right on the highway. Not a good place to spawn. So yeah, I mean, it looks a lot better, I think. We got the bigger wheels, more of like glossy paint. A lot of people in real life, they'll keep like the rusty bodywork, and they'll just throw like a clear coat over it to kind of preserve that original like rusty look. They call that patina, and I think that just looks really cool on this thing. So all right, let's take it for a drive here. Definitely off the highway, so we can get a feel for the handling and everything. Even though, I mean, it's identical to the Tornado. The fun thing about this one is, of course, you know, the guitars at the back, the sombrero, just the props that are in here. It just looks really cool. And for those of you wondering, I was wondering myself too, do the guitars clip with objects when you're driving around? And the answer is, back it up here, you can see, answer is no. You can see it just goes right through. So you don't have to worry about getting stuck on something. It just goes right through it, as you can see. Turn here. Traditional tornado handling, but wow, what a difference to speed. These tornadoes in their stock form, they are so slow. They're annoyingly slow, and with these performance mods, it really kind of livens it up a bit. I mean, it makes it a lot nicer to drive, honestly. But obviously, now that you have the speed, you have to be very careful with your braking points and in terms of the way the car handles. Like you would expect, the big old classic car doesn't really handle that well, but it's supposed to be like that. I think the realism is there, a lot of understeer there, and the brakes aren't the best, but they are better in the slam van, so there's that. But yeah, this thing is cool. I like it, and I hope you guys enjoyed too the explanation on how to, you know, get it yourself, absolutely for free with the spawn points and such. So I think that's kind of like nice to show that as well. But alright, let's open all the doors and stuff here. Okay, vehicle doors, let's go all. Alright, everything opens up. The engine model there. The valve covers, it's got like a weird, what the heck? It's like got body work on top of the valve cover. I've never seen that. That is so strange. Usually you just see the engine model by itself, but this one, the primary color kind of goes over that area. That's so strange. I've never seen that before. It looks like a cover or something for the valve cover, double cover. Of course, you got the air filter there, all rusted out. It looks great, but I never noticed those that painted section there. That's strange. Oh, let's look at those headlights really quick, so you can see. Now they look brighter. What the heck? They look like, now they're like chrome? I guess it makes them chrome? I don't know. The lighting in the Avenger isn't that great. I guess when you put tint, it makes the brackets, it's basically this bracket here, these connecting brackets that hold up the lights. That's so strange there. Okay. And of course the interior, you have, you know, the broken radio, all that stuff. All of, you know, vinyl peeling off and the seats and everything. It's cool. It's a tequila bottle there in the middle. Of course, the guitars, the sombrero, Mexican flag, and there's nothing in the trunk. I honestly never opened the trunk of the Mariachi Tornado. I thought maybe we were gonna find something else back here, but nope, it's clean back here. So yeah, apparently they don't have a trunk. They could have put all that stuff back here, right? I'm kidding. But that's what makes, you know, the Mariachi Tornado unique. Those props that are in there. I think it's cool. Is it something I'm gonna keep in my garage? I don't know. I think now that we actually have the customization for it to make it a little more unique, I do think it's a little more worth it now, personally. Before, not so much, because I mean, what was the point of having a car, even though it's rare and special, but stock in your garage? I really didn't find the use in that much. I didn't really like it, but this is kind of cool. Great reference, great car for sure, and I think it's something you guys should own too, especially since it has that customization. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what vehicle from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.